Back to Fleet Plays Rule the Waves 3. Yes, we're back. We are back at it once again. Now. For some reason, all my ships have black holes, and I don't know why they do. I guess we just go forwards until we can fix the whole black hole problem, but it's probably fine. So I call the old battleships for one last bit of war service before I have to basically replace them en masse. Block obsolescence has rendered me unable to really keep them going, sadly. Which is unfortunate, because I kind of need to replace 8 battleships. Yeah. Which, yeah, 8 battleships, that's, it's a lot of ships. But yeah, so the war with, yeah, you can't see anything on those ship hulls. Oh my god. Why is my hull, why are my hulls black? Why are my hulls black? Who picked this? Please stop. Thank you. Yes, I want my traditional rule waves grey, please. Thank you. Please tell me that's changed it for all of them. Bugger, it has not. Well, some of my ships are going to be basically unviewable because for some reason the game has set my hulls to black. This is going to make me want to throw someone under a bus. Right, carry on. Why you... Guys, we are... Oh, there'll be the damage after the last fleet action. That'll be what the problem is. Right, repair the ships. Okay, we have no forces in the area. That's annoying. Convoy attack. We don't have enough of our modern ships yet, sadly. If it's our light cruisers, I'll take it, because our light cruisers I trust to do the job. But I don't trust our battle cruisers right now to do the job. Right. Now, what you will be seeing here is a nice ship, but yeah, it's for some reason Rule the Waves has decided that all of my ship hulls are now black, which is nice, and is making me want to throw myself off a cliff. Yeah. I don't know why this has happened, but it's happened, and it's really annoying, so the sooner I can get my fleet replaced with ships that don't have black holes, the happier I will be. Is there a way to do this in the options? Oh, sweet Lord above, that is why. That is why. Okay, everyone, yeah. Everybody gets the grey colours. Everybody gets the grey colours. Can we please? Ah, there we are. Lovely. Better. There. That's more like it. I don't have to throw you off a cliff now. The big replacement new world black holer. Stare. Huffman, calm down. Anyway, look. We've got some German ships to go and kill. There we go. Yeah, we're going to run down these merchants. There's very little the Germans can do. These are France's two modern light... These are two of France's most... Oh my god, the Königsbergs are not a match for Galilee. She's the most powerful light cruiser in the French fleet. She's an order of magnitude more powerful than the Königsberg. He says, as Galilee takes a torpedo hit from somewhere. Right. Oh my god, Temu, Jesus Christ. 5 subs from Temu, gifted to people, holy shit. I'm gonna lose. Yeah, that's okay. We just lost one of our most modern cruisers, which is really fucking annoying. Jean Bart really can't do this by herself. Even having 6-inch guns, she's still outnumbered. Yeah, three on one is not a good fight. I'm not taking that. 3 on 1. 2 on 1 with the two most powerful cruisers in the French fleet. Yeah, sure. I'll take that. But I ain't fighting it 3 on 1. No way. Oh my god! Oh, Timu's gifted a sub to Halfman. Oh my lord. Timu is the MVP. 2 questions on Ramblings for you, either next week or on Friday. I don't know whether I will run a Ramblings on Friday, so add another question to the one that you asked this week, and you'll get them both answered. 2 questions. I will give you two questions, Timu. 2 questions. So instead of just so you'll have the one that was asked this week, and then you'll get a second one rather than the one you asked this week being overwritten. Yes, you have this on clip. You get 2 questions. So so the one you have this week still stands, but instead of getting overwritten next week, as sometimes happens, when I'm tired or through problems, since you've been this generous, yes, I'll let you carry that question over to next week. And if I do a Ramblings on Friday and I answer that question this week, you still get 2 questions next week. You got that? So if I do do Ramblings on Friday, you get to ask 2 new questions on Monday. And if I don't, you still get 2 questions, including the one that I didn't ask this week. You got it? So, regardless, extra questions for Timu. Why do I use light blue for deep water and deeper blue for shallow water? I don't. That's the game. That is not something I can. Yeah, that's not something I can do. Yeah, so that was really, really bad. That was a bad action for the French cruisers. Yeah, that really sucked. Really bad. We lost one of the most powerful cruisers in the French Navy. And the convoy got away. That was, I mean, we did sink one of their cruisers, but they got the convoy away, so it's annoying. Still, the Germans are under blockade. This is where having the... This is why I can't just scrap the older battleships. I need them around. Once we've built the St. Louis class battleships, which I absolutely do want to get out as quickly as I can, I need to come up with a budget ship design. I know I already had a battleship on the books, the battleship Toulouse, that was to be the sort of budget replacement for the older battleships. And I think if I drop her speed even further, I can squeeze... Because problem is... We do have quality 1 12-inch guns, so... Wait, so can we have 2 15s? We can have 2 triples. Okay. So we can have 2 triples. Okay. All right. So in that case, I'm going to go for 20. I'm going to go for a slightly increased battle speed of 24 knots. It's fine. 13-inch inclined belt with a 13-inch turrets and 5.5-inch turret toss and 2-inch secondaries. Dual purpose 5-inch guns, of which will carry 12. It's fine. Don't need the 3-inch. And we don't need that much weight, good lord, no. It still keeps costing about 3,000. Very expensive. It's very expensive. What about taking the Saint Louis design and scaling it down? More traditionally arranged ship, but basically creating a basically a 1-for-1 replacement of our current generation of older pre-dreadnoughts might work. Given that a lot of other powers are running around with ships with 12-inch guns, in theory it could work. I mean, if we drop the aft superimposed turret, we could go around toting 6-14s. Given modern fire control, that would be adequate. Carry 12 4-inch guns. 25 knots. 2,700 tons, only slightly heavier than some of our older battleships. They're faster, yes, but not overly so. And they cost nearly two-thirds. The problem is I need to get 2 of these for every 1 other ship I build. That's the problem. If I can't get 2 of these for every 1 other ship I build, that's a problem. Basically. See, if I can get down to that level of protection, then that then does cost nearly half as much as the other ship. Asking to the dev, okay. Promise that's not really worth it as a combatant. At that point, if I'm going to build new capital ships, then it is a tough one. Because I did get a fairly... Toulousa's did cut some fat off the ships, to be fair. But they were also supposed to be somewhat faster to keep up with the other wave of fast battleships coming in from other parts of the globe. And they were carrying the excellent 14-inch guns that France has become known for. I can shave off some weight. To be fair, I can shave off some weight, and that does cut the cost by about 600 a month. And that could be enough to keep these things into service. Problem is, at 25 knots, that's not... I can't help but wonder if it's time to commit. If it's time to actually merge the battle cruiser and the battleship into what we would know as the modern-day fast battleship. And instead of building cheaper ships, go all in with a fast 29-knot, 18-inch armed capital ship. Charlemagne. Because at that point, if we're doing that, then... then we've got... then we are basically admitting we are merging the battleship and the battlecruiser, and we're now admitting that that is what we're doing. Though I can't help but wonder if it'd be... 28 knots is fine for this first iteration of the fast capital ship, and it's only slightly more expensive. There we go. So the Carnos are what will be follow the St. Louis. I had hoped to blanket replace the older capital ships, but that's just not going to be the case. It's not going to work. Problem is, a lot of the newer ships that did replace them, or, well, supplemented them and were supposed to be the things that would take their place as the older ships, they got sunk. We lost Glalois in 1924. And we lost, the biggest loss, of course, was Corbeil, the other massive Voltaire-class battleship. One of the massive monsters with 9 17-inch guns. She was lost on her first battle after refit into one of France's first fast capital ships. Luckily, her sister still survives. Still, despite her age, the most powerful capital ship in the world. And I mean that. There is no ship that is her equal. The only thing that comes close to the British King George V's and Ramillies, but even then, only Ramillies has the speed, and even then they have 16-inch guns, not 17s. Nothing any of the rest of the world has built comes close to matching the ship that is... Well, you know, California with her 916s and heavier armor does, I suppose. But even so... Also, the Austrians just casually running around with a very, very interesting capital ship. Go Austria, I guess. But yes, anyway. So, enemy raid on coastal shipping. Yeah, I'm not surprised at the time. Fleet battle. We're mostly ready, but I don't have Voltaire. And without Voltaire's big 17s, I'm not confident in that engagement. Yeah, without Voltaire's big 17-inch guns, I'm not... And most importantly, her very experienced gun crews, I am not confident taking that fight. Yeah, if I'm going to have to rely on the old guard of the Marine Nationale, I want at least the 2 modern capital ships with 16 and 17-inch guns there. And if I don't have them, I'm not going to take that fight. I'm also not going to take carrier actions. I don't have... Yeah, Dixie Munda's still not repaired. So without her, I can't really counterbalance Germany's operational full-size fleet carrier, sadly. We just need to wait a little bit longer while Voltaire finishes one more turn. Then Voltaire will be back. Oh, Dixie Munda is back. That's good. Problem is we also need the 2 Jean-Maries converted from carriers to really have a competent 3-carrier strike force. And of course, the St. Louis wouldn't go amiss, and of course, Henri IV wouldn't go amiss either. If we can get her quickly. Well, cruiser actions I'm actually fairly confident in taking, because my battle cruisers are better than than their German counterparts in basically every way. Yes, I'm sorry. I'm not having one of the most powerful battleships... Sorry. One of the most powerful battle cruisers in the French Navy stuck escorting the carriers. No, I'm having all of the battle cruisers with 12-inch guns and up in the line. I'm having that line led by the most powerful battle cruiser in the world. The battlecruiser Marseille. The carriers can have the old battlecruiser Heroine as their escorts. Despite her age, she's still more than a match for any cruisers that might break through the screens of the carriers. This is within the range of both sides' air power, so we need to be prepared for a bit of a squabble. But I am somewhat hopeful that if we are careful, and I do believe we can be. Okay, so we're going to go for a heavy cap. Because a heavy cap to me seems like something we're going to want to have. I want to pull ahead of our carriers. Okay. Enemy battle cruisers have been spotted. Increased speed to 25 knots. Do we have any enemy carrier sightings yet? Because if we have carriers, they will have carriers. Okay, so... there's the enemy carrier force behind their main force. If we can kill their carriers, which Dixie Munda with her dive bombers should be very capable of doing... Oh, are these the new... Oh, these are the new CVLs that we built. I'd forgotten about them. Yes, the new modern CVLs. I'd forgotten they existed. So, CV, coordinated strike. I want you to focus on the enemy carriers. Off you go. Yes, please. Yes, please. Yes, please. And then, of course, if Dixie Munda's with us, she is. Right. Now, Dixie Munda can send off an exceptionally powerful strike. She can launch a 42 aircraft strike, which will absolutely hammer the ever-living hell out of the enemy carrier group. And I only have to give her the word to go, and she'll go. She is the most powerful of the French carriers. There's very little she can't destroy. And she's more than a match for any German carrier. And of course, that's without us committing our battle cruisers. Which I absolutely intend to do. Okay. Do we have any more recent reports than our last sighting of enemy carriers? Nope. Last sighting of carriers is still last sighting of carriers. Launch profile for aircraft remains as standard. Oh, Jesus! Enemy aircraft overhead. Oh, dodge, Ville de Paris. How did that bloody aircraft get in? Oh, wait, no, that's one of ours. What the hell hit her then? Something must have. Lads, are you doing your jobs? Don't tell me you missed one. I'll be very unhappy if you missed one, chaps. Is it? Is it really? Thank you. Anyway. Okay, that's good. Our cap is doing its job. That's fine. We have our cap doing their job. They're doing what they're doing what we paid them to. Thank God. But I am really hoping that I can get to grips with their battle cruisers with my battle cruisers. Since we know full well what the big 16-inch guns of Marseille and Nantes can do to German capital ships, even enemy battleships if they catch them. We've seen it before. We know what they're capable of. Well, the heavy AA managed to damage... Wait, what? Wait, what? Three enemy torpedo bombers... Torpedo an enemy... Wait, that's a Gneisenau class armored cruiser. Oh, she's in trouble. She's in serious trouble. That is not the sight she wanted to see coming over the horizon. That is a bad day to be Gneisenau. Oh, come here, sunshine. I have a present for you. Have a cookie. And by cookie, I mean a 16-inch shell. It's got your name on it. Ooh! Marseille ring-a-ding-dinging as per usual. And there is what I've been waiting for. Primary targets spotted, enemy battle cruisers. Turn and engage. And seeing as we are already here, allow me to welcome our friends with a little aviation-style present, which I'm sure they'll be more than happy to receive. Okay, so we... Okay, one of the first Bismarcks just took a 16-inch shell hit. Nantes literally... Nantes doing what she does best, rolled into action, turned her guns around, and casually sent 9 16-inch rounds straight into this over-glorified armoured cruiser, knocking it for 6. Oh, goal! Goal! Oh, my God! Okay, our dive bombers are doing something. I don't know quite what, but they're doing something. Don't know what you boys have found. I hope it's enemy carriers. I really hope it's enemy carriers. I think it's enemy carriers. I'm not entirely sure. The game is not telling me what you found. I think they found enemy carriers. I don't quite know. I'm guessing they found enemy carriers. I hope they have. Oh, Nantes is suffering from the whole turrets being knocked out bit again. She does that a lot. Yeah, I'm not surprised Gaul got a battering. Marseille, please tell me your rudder's not damaged. No, your rudder's not damaged. For some reason, your captain decided that to fall out of line towards the enemy is a good idea. Why he has done this, I don't know. The range is rapidly closing down, though, and I know for a fact that we're better equipped to take this sort of punishment than they are. We've got bigger guns than you German swines. And I know for a fact you can't take this sort of punishment. Now, to be fair, they are inflicting a ton of punishment on us in return, to be brutally honest. But we're weathering it a lot better than they are. Because our armor belts are much more extensive than theirs. I'm fairly certain. However, we're also going to turn away if they are, because that then means that we are then breaking off just to avoid torpedo attack. Okay, something got hit by a torpedo. I don't quite know what. Oh, poor Cogni is sinking. That is very sad. Poor old Alsace-class battle cruisers, which really shouldn't be here with their 12-inch guns. They really shouldn't be here. There's been no treaty to prolong their lives. Why are they here? What the hell hit Aquitaine with a torpedo? Still, Aquitaine gets hit by a modern torpedo. Takes it like a fucking champ. Look at that. Fucking hell, Aquitaine. Takes it like a fucking champ. Still, Nantes is casually bang. Oh, that rear Alsace is not. Oh, that rear Alsace is not having a good. Oh my god, Teemu! Holy shit! Holy shit! Oh my god! Teemu, holy shit! Oh my actual god, I cannot. Oh my god, I just, oh my god. I don't even know what to say. That's just, holy shit. That's just huge. That's just huge. I don't even know what to say to that. That's incredible. I don't know why we can't see Alsace. It's probably because she's burning like a bloody tuning fork, I would reckon. Yeah, she's got to be dying. Just the pounding she took at the hands of our battle cruisers has just really worked into her. Gunnery conditions must be abysmal. Our gun smoke must be blinding us, otherwise we would be able to see them, I'd think. Our gunnery conditions are abysmal. I don't know how we keep losing them, but we do. Well. Has Dixiemunder recovered some of her well, some aircraft from some carriers have been recovered. And I reckon that I want to launch a strike on wherever the enemy's carriers were last spotted. Which apparently is there. Your targets are enemy carriers. Please launch your strike. Tell Dixiemunder to get a strike package ready. And she's going to launch that as well. If we can... Okay. Okay, two Alsace-class battle cruisers. Well, an Alsace class has been hit by two torpedoes. That's, Oh, that'll be the other Alsace that's damaged, but... Yeah, that Alsace is not having a good time at all. She's really badly beaten up. She's getting pounded by shell fire. As our battle cruisers roll past her. The German's gonna lose two battle cruisers here. We might have one badly damaged, but the German's gonna lose two. That is something they just cannot really recover from. I don't know why we keep losing our visual on the enemy battlecruiser. I don't know if it's because our ships have damaged rangefinders, or if it's because of the conditions for the smoke are pretty bad. I do want to adjust. Give me any course and speed that we have for the enemy carriers. Apparently, latest course and speed puts them somewhere in that area, so that's where you'll go. You will keep the same strike location, however. Okay, the enemy Alsace is slowed, but she's not stopped. Although she will probably be dead soon, given just how much damage she's sustained. We're going to turn and engage the first Bismarcks with our full broadside, just because if they are dumb enough to recommit now that it's 3-on-2... See, our ships are slightly battered, but otherwise they're all combat capable. Even Nantes, the worst damaged of them, is still just having only her usual turret problems and nothing else besides that. Marseille is mostly fine, apart from some engine damage. Even the old warhorse Strasbourg is still banging away with her 14-inch guns. Proving more than a match for ships. 10 years her senior. That's another one of the German battle cruisers slowed. The loss of one carrier for the crippling of the German battlecruiser fleet is a price I would say well worth the paying. Especially since it looks like we might be able to take another one of them and knock it off. And the first Bismarcks in particular are aggressively vulnerable in the chase. They only have a single turret aft. And of course, Marseille is still here wringing out salvos from their 16-inch quads. Okay. I think we've done enough. I think we have actually done enough. I think this engagement has run its course. Let's turn about and actually retire. The Germans are absolutely battered. Their capital ships are in ruins. They've got... Wait, is that... Are the airships going to bomb the static... Yes, the airships are going to bomb the static, not moving pre-dreadnought. Okay. Oh, Marseille! Oh, Marseille, you poor sod. Ugh. No. Okay, something on the side that was hit by a torpedo. That was a bit of a rough... Why is Marseille turning around? Marseille, what are you doing? I swear to God, if it's another battle cruiser killed by its captain, I will kill them. Yes, the Dunkirk has been bombed. Marseille, I swear to God, slow the fuck down. What are you doing? This is a circumstance I like to call captains killing their ships. Why is Marseille, what are you... Okay, Marseille, what the fuck are you doing? Genuinely, what are you doing? What are you doing? Turn about immediately. Marseille, what are you doing? Why are you headed for the German coast? Marseille, what are you doing? So yes, your captain literally ran you at high speed and got you sunk. That's just... Yeah. Sure. I love it when the game does that. It's brilliant. That's great. That's just... You know, instead of coming south where, you know, you'd be safe, you decided to run east and just die. I lost the battlecruiser there when I didn't need to, because the game literally decided that I was going to lose a battlecruiser. And, yeah, it makes no fucking sense that that's happening. The game just decreed it law that I was going to lose my most modern battlecruiser because reasons. Yeah, it's rough. That's really rough. Yeah, that really... I fucking hate it when that happens. Because the game is just like, yeah, you lose a ship. Yeah, that's the only battlecruiser I lost. The Germans lost 2 battlecruisers with 2 heavily damaged and a light cruiser and 3 destroyers. I lost the battlecruiser when I literally had no need to. Like, yeah, this is just... Yeah. God damn it, game. Don't do me this way, just genuinely. We would probably, the problem is we wouldn't have our battle cruisers. The Germans would have more battle cruisers to throw at us. Yeah, no, I'm not. No, not playing that game. I'm not sending my oldest battle. I don't commit my battleships unless my newest battleships are present. Simple as. See, that's more like it. But that is way too close to the German air umbrella for me to be comfortable operating. Again, we don't have our own battle cruisers because they're going to have theirs, not taking that fight. Action with light forces. Do you have a battleship called Warspite? Well, seeing as I'm France, no, I don't. But I do have her French equivalent, the battleship Voltaire. The French Titan, as she's become known. Voltaire is the lead ship of a class of 2. She is still, by some metrics, the most powerful battleship in the world, despite being built in 1922. Oh my god, Temu is just gifting so many subs. Good lord. Temu just casually throwing the money around here. Holy shit. Nearly at 60 subs gifted. But yes, so Voltaire is a direct upgrade to the Britannias. The Britannias were a one-off with 16-inch guns, but I got 17s, so I decided to build the Voltaires. The Voltaires were built as 21-knot ships and received an upgrade to 24 knots. They are, by some metrics, the most powerful battleship in the world. And yeah, they've done some work. It was thanks to the Voltaires that we defeated the British. As you can see, at the Battle of Mizzen Head, she scored 13 main battery ships on Benbow, Royal Sovereign, Hannibal, and Irresistible, while taking fire from Royal Oak, Incomparable, Irresistible, Hannibal, and Lord Nelson. At the Battle of Cape Cornwall Bank, she scored 17 main battery hits on Balfleur, Royal Oak, and New Zealand. At the Battle of Uescent, she scored 18 main battery hits. This was the battle that decided the war. On Indefatigable, Benbow, Howe, Royal Sovereign, Indomitable, and Australia. Against the Italians, as you can see, she, the Battle of Malta, which of course we took Malta from the Italians, the Battle of Malta was her finest hour. She scored 87 main battery hits on numerous capital ships. To be perfectly frank, Voltaire, she's done very well for herself, has Voltaire. But yeah, very powerful ship. Very powerful ship. And the loss of her sister so soon after being rebuilt was sorely missed. The loss of Corbeil was a sore point. Oh, Voltaire's fine. She's currently fleet flagship. Although her successors are being built right now. The St. Louis class battleships. Still, we lost one of our modern carriers, which is a bit annoying. But hey-ho, it is what it is. Anyway, so we need to resume construction of those new capital ships, actually, since we need them for the war worker. Yeah, that whole battle with the Italian fleet was a hell of a melee. But, yeah, both sides threw themselves in. The French came out battered but triumphant, and the Italians just didn't walk away. Like I say, she is the French fleet's Warspite. Voltaire just does not give a flying fuck. To be fair, I could probably decline battle and just blockade the Germans into death. Strasbourg and Heroin. We don't have any carrier support. We'd be operating close to their home territory. I don't have Nantes repaired yet, so I don't have a 16-inch. I don't have a 16-inch battle cruiser available. It's not worth the risk. Yeah, yeah. Oh, the United States has shown up. Fucking finally. I wondered when you buggers were going to show up. Thanks for being late to the party again. Casually shows up with 3 armored cruisers to a light cruiser for light fight. Typical Americans. Yeah, no kidding. They're always late. Anyway, so send out the scout aircraft. See what we find. There'll be something knocking around. Anything? Uh-huh. Apparently a single armored cruiser. I don't believe that for a second. Let's go investigate. What? Stop it. Oh, no. No, 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 no. I know exactly what that means. I know exactly what that means. I ain't playing that game. Those aircraft have not come from German air bases. Look at the bearing those aircraft are coming from. The Germans have carriers out. Yeah, we're not playing that game. We're not playing that game. I'm ordering retreat. We're not playing that game. We are not playing that. I'm calling for land-based cap, but I'm not playing that game. Nope, not playing that game. Not playing that game. See, that's why. That's why we're not playing that game. Yeah, oh my god, Jesus Christ. Well, the Germans gave themselves carriers. Also, Isley's not even been hit by anything. Why is she, damn it? Apparently she is. They took an 800-pound bomb to her engine room, even though the aircraft are menacing the US carriers instead. Yeah. Jesus Christ. Okay, yeah, that's just... Holy shit. Oh my god! What the fuck is going on? Guys, I'm over here. What the fuck? Oh, okay, apparently that's a strike package from one of our airfields. Okay, off you go, guys! Have fun! I don't know what you're going after, but have fun, guys! Going to blow up whatever you're gonna blow up. Go have fun! No, no one gave the Germans carriers. The Germans gave themselves carriers. Okay, they found something. I knew it! I knew you fuckers had carriers out! I knew those fuckers had carriers out. How could they not? Oh, we need nightfall. This is bad. This is bad. This is bad. I've been trying to pin down Germany's carriers with my own, and it hasn't worked. Can we get more strike packages, please? From our land-based airfields? Because, yeah, I was right. They do have fucking carriers out. In what was supposed to be a cruiser action. And for some reason, despite my carriers being worked up, ready, fueled, and ready to go, we didn't get carriers. Okay. Nighttime. We're safe. At least 2. Possibly 1 full-size carrier. Jesus Christ! The Americans lost an armored cruiser. Well, that was annoying. That really hurt. Yeah, that was really, really painful. There's at least 2 light carriers out here. Maybe 1 light carrier and 1 full-size carrier. I don't entirely know. But yeah, that was abysmal. And there was no chance to close them. I guarantee you they'd have had battle cruiser or armored cruiser escort. That was abysmal. Oh, that was worse. No, there were 4 carriers out there, including one full-sized one. That was shocking. That was just the AI being handed a chance to wipe me. The fact I escaped with only 1 light cruiser lost and a destroyer lost is lucky in the extreme. That was just abysmal. That was horrible. Okay, the Germans and the US are doing things. Okay, the US is doing things. Okay, the Carnots are ready to be built, but I'm not ready to do that just yet. We've still got the Saint Louis to get into service. Once they're in service, that'll be fine. We can then finish the 2 liner conversions. The Jean-Maries. And then our plans can really grow. Right, carrier battle. The Germans still have their large force of light carriers, but we still have our ace in the hole, the 30,000-ton carrier Dixie Munda. It's supposed to be a carrier battle, so this might be a chance to cripple the enemy's carrier force, and I basically have to try and take it as best we can. I've no idea what the enemy's carrier force will be. We do have our bases on Iceland. Well, correction. We have our airship base on Iceland, which should give us a better scouting picture than they have. And we have an escort force centered around the powerful French battlecruiser Nantes. So first things first, I've always found heavy cap. Heavy cap is absolutely vital to protecting oneself from air attack. So we've launched our scouts. Our airships are also away. Scouting picture is very important. He who scouts better tends to do better. Right. They are a long way off. Don't know whether they've seen us or not. 2 light carriers. Right. No fighter carriers. Everything is all... I always like to run mixed air wings, because that means you've always got something knocking around. Right. So, we do have a scouting report. 2 light carriers, a light cruiser, and 9 destroyers. Do we launch on that? Or do we wait for possible further sighting reports? Because I usually like to be aggressive and get a launch off early. It's always the way I've done it. It's always the way I've liked to do it. And I think I want to do it that way again. I want to get a really heavy strike package ready. Problem with going full ham is that it might not be their primary carrier force. It might be something else entirely, and I don't know if it is or not. And therein lies the problem. I just don't know. I mean, we can do a... Oh yeah, okay, I can't do an escorted strike. They're a bit too far away, but I can do a... Have to be a light strike instead, sadly. But I can beef it up to be a little bit heavier on the strike element of it. Now, by launching the strike, that will get them ready to go, and I'll be given a final option to alter. So that's fairly safe as a bet. I could probably have done... I could wait... I could wait and close the gap, but he who strikes first wins. What was it Bull Halsey said, of course? Hit hard, hit fast, hit often. Something like that. Well, oh look, I'm going to launch the strike. I'll have the option to change it as we get further along. So if we get any further scouting reports... Right. Okay, so that tells me a few things. Okay, so we have had some more... So that tells me a few things. Their carrier force is to the east of their battle force, and their battle force is attempting to close the distance. So we need to put our battle cruiser force between us and them. Yes, I do want to adjust. So, if they are closing, their carriers may or may not be. So I'm going to spread my strike packages over a wide area, and we're going to see if we can't catch us a carrier. The airships have also gone out, so we'll have to see what they find as well. Okay. Apparently our aircraft savaged something. I don't know if that was on the inbound or on the... Apparently it was cap. Yep, okay, I was absolutely right to launch. They launched on us. Luckily, those guys are about to have a really bad day, as they're about to be jumped by our cap. And also, they're attacking Dixie Munda, the most powerful AA combatant arguably in the world. She's bristling with anti-aircraft guns. And remember, kids... Thank you, Halfman. You could also launch the... Well, I have a standing combat air patrol up, and it is heavy. But waiting for them to attack is never a good idea. Because no matter how much stuff you have up, occasionally, the enemy will get through. They really hit us. They really hit us. What do we know about the enemy carrier force? We have a literal up-to-date sighting, which is they are there. They're a little bit further north than I was expecting them to be, but they are miles away from their heavy escort. In theory, if we can jump them, as I believe we can... Oh, good lord, chaps. Oh, boy. Okay, our anti-aircraft guns really are doing the work today. They are absolutely and really hitting... Oh, Strasbourg. Oh, Strasbourg and Dixie Munda. Oh. Oh, Dixie Munda, you poor girl. How are you? Taking it on the chin like a trap, like an absolute champ. Well done. But that is... Yeah, once we recover our aircraft, I'm going to have my battlecruisers cover a retreat back to Reykjavik Harbour. Because... that is entirely too much damage than I am prepared to sustain. Yeah, especially given we found nothing. Yeah, no, we are retiring. We're retiring from this action. The battlecruisers will cover the carriers as they retire. But we are absolutely retiring. That is just... Yeah, no, we are retiring. That is... So far, nothing is burning, nothing has exploded, and that's how I'd like to keep it. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to order our carrier to put up an absolutely maximal cap. And we are going to retire to Reykjavik. Because that is entirely too much damage for me to sustain that I am happy with. And here they come again. I just didn't have the carrier mass. I just didn't have the mass that I needed. I need those two of the big flight decks that I don't have. The 2-liner conversions. And I don't have them yet. And I think the Germans have introduced a new generation of carrier aircraft that are really turning the tables on me. Although they did lose a lot of aircraft. A lot more than I was expecting them to lose, to be fair. Having Reykjavik is so helpful. Is it the best idea? No. Is it quick? Yes. And that's what mattered to me. It was expensive, but it was fucking quick. So I did it. Yeah, that really didn't go so well. Yeah, I wasn't prepared to sit around and take fire like that. That was a really bad idea. Yeah. Yeah, they're headed away from Iceland now. Might be worth, given the increasing range of aircraft, to put an airfield on Reykjavik. Since it's proven so very useful. How do you rate an H2 escort carriers? Light carriers basically lose their effectiveness, really, as the game goes on. They can't match up against the heavy carriers for, just sheer effectiveness. Yeah, no, I got outmassed there. That was just bad. That was just bad all round. Luckily, we didn't lose anything. Yeah. Well, that's good. Okay, war budget is increased. I will say, if we get lenient terms, just accept a peace. No. Okay, that's fine. Oh, our new dive bomber prototypes. Yeah, that's what I needed. I need those new heavy dive bomber prototypes. With that increased range, that massively increased range. Right. Okay. So, as someone suggested, they did hear yawns. Yes, you absolutely did hear yawns. It's been a long day. I'm gonna have to love you and leave you. Rule the Waves is back, properly back now. Tune in next week, next Tuesday, on the proper day, for the actual conclusion of the... hopefully the third German-French war. And I'll see you all next time. Nice to meet you. Oh, that's a pleasure. Thanks for coming down. Hope you enjoy what you find here. Content is semi-regular. Please do stick around.